What up, my guys? On another show, man. NFL talk with Jay and Five Star, man. Y'all know how we do it. College football talk as well, man. You see what I'm saying? That's really what my guy been cashing on, man. But
Yeah.
both of them always got great knowledge in football, National Football League, with Canadian football, whatever, man. Shout out to my guy Five Star coming on every week, breaking us down with the info. How you doing this morning, my brother?
Man, I'm blessed. Always good to be in here with you, Jay. You know, it's October. Just took the kids to go to that trunk or treat stuff and,
Yeah.
all the little fairs and stuff. So this is one of my favorite times of the year, Jay. I know you happy the NBA came in. I was able to get some wins over in your market last night. I had Grizzlies first
Yeah.
half and for the full game. And then I had the Magic first half and for the full game. Me and the clients
Yeah.
did really well on that. So got some different markets opening up, man. I can never be mad about that. Boy, what's going on with? I know this is a football show, but I know you're an NBA expert. Is Taylor Jenkins is he beefing with Ja? What's going on? Why ain't let him
Well,
play in the fourth quarter?
I honestly I didn't watch the fourth quarter. I was watching some of that game, but I'd be flipping through by 3 or 4 games. But a lot of people want to beef with Ja, bro. So obviously Ja Morant likes to talk shit out there. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's a lot of people that's gonna be coming for him. They got Zach Edey. He's not really a likable type of guy as well. He's kind of a flamboyant. Like in college, he
But
was
man,
one of
the
the most.
coach, y'all
Edie
up
was
like 10
Edie was one of
points.
the most cockiest guys I've ever seen in college, bro. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
yeah, he the cocky. Yeah,
yeah,
he is. He is.
yeah. The
But that's
Grizzlies
good.
though,
He needs that with that size, though. You know what I'm
facts.
saying? Like,
No,
you
it's a
got to have
fact.
that confidence because it's easy for it to become one of those gentle giant guys and you're a pushover and a joke with
Yeah.
everybody. So I like that he's perfect for that type of team, with a leader like Ja. But I just don't get why that head coach I don't know if it was politics. He was trying to keep Ja from going over his total on the points or keep the
Yeah. Are
game
you saying they
close.
kept Jai out the fourth quarter?
Oh, the whole
I
fourth
saw him
quarter,
in there
Scottie
late.
Pippen played. Scottie
Nah,
Pippen
he was
played.
in. John Morant was in there kind of late because he got some. I was watching that game in the fourth quarter. Yeah, now John Morant got some big buckets going down. So that with the starters usually won't play like the first 6 minutes of the fourth
Yeah,
quarter. That's like
exactly. He
they
brought him in
yeah,
like 3 minutes.
yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah,
he the altitude too though, bro. The altitude early in the season. You know what I'm saying?
got you. Okay,
Yeah.
that's why I asked you because I know
Yeah.
I know you
Yeah,
old.
now the altitude early in the season be fucking with them boys, man. They not really in shape because Ja Morant sought out some of them preseason games.
Okay,
Let's talk about some football though, man. We got
let's do it.
it's Thursday night, so y'all know we got a big game in the NFL. It's only one game to hone in on, to focus in on. So I'm saying, let's go over here to the streets of LA in this one, man. We got the Rams get 3 points at the house versus the Minnesota Vikings in this one, man. Surprise team Vikings coming off of their first loss of the season. Really a close game versus the Lions over there. I was watching that game, man. Really great game. Lions end up coming back and able to steal that game as well. So Vikings coming off their first loss of the season. I'm sure they're pissed off. It's actually a little crazy. These they were talking about possibly trading for Stafford. They kind of threw me for a loop there because Sam Darnold's been playing really well. That kind of shocked me seeing that they was possibly obviously the trade didn't happen, but they just even though they're saying that it possibly happened, like why would you try to go get another quarterback? But I feel like
Right.
that should be like the Panthers or somebody that actually, you know what I'm saying, that the Saints or somebody. But regards to that, Vikings land 3 here on the road here, 5 star. You think they bounce back here tonight on Thursday Night Football?
Well, the reason they were probably looking into going to get Matt Stafford is because Sam Darnold has one touchdown pass on 58 attempts in October,
Damn.
and Kevin O'Connell, he's an offensive coach, so he understands kind of like what Mike Tomlin did with Russell Wilson. That the results are looking all right, but we seeing that we're subject to about really have a bad loser streak if we don't change some things.
Yeah.
And I think that's all it was. I mean, Matt Stafford, Kevin O'Connell worked together, won a Super Bowl together. I don't know if people know or not. He was the OC on that Super Bowl team that won the championship with the Rams. So he has a really great relationship. You see how Kevin O'Connell carries himself. Really laid
Yeah.
back, cool dude, man. Worked at every level in the NFL. I got a lot of respect for that guy. Gave my boy Brian Flores a chance. Brian Flores was kind of like a don't touch type of
Yeah.
dude because he,
I remember.
told on what Miami Dolphins owner did.
I remember. Look, they trying to get 5 star off the show with that.
Yeah,
They
they
trying
tried
to
to
get
get
y'all.
me off. Look, last week we froze up because I had like 13. I got business internet at the house, Jay. So I got like 13, 14 devices. I got to go disconnect like 4 TVs, my kids, and all these
You
iPads
good,
and
bro?
stuff. So
It's good right now.
let me know if it does that again. I'll come out and come back in because I don't want to freeze up like we did last week. Guys, if y'all don't know, I know y'all watch a couple more guys in Vegas. They'll tell you But the internet the worst in Vegas. I think it's because they try to keep us from making live bets, bro. It's
Yeah,
the
they
worst
janky, bro.
internet. And
Bro, it's
I
janky.
don't help because I live in the mountains. I live in Summerlin, so I'm like it's really no air. It's just if you look
Yeah,
out my door, it's just mountains around me, bro.
mountains.
They built my neighborhood in the middle of some mountains. So sorry about the bad connection, guys. But as I was saying, Kevin O'Connell would love to have Matt Stafford over there. He's a much better fit for that offense than Sam Darnold is. So that's why they were probably making those inquiries and stuff. They go my dog. What up, Ski? My boy, I'll be
Ski.
on with Ski tomorrow. That's my dog.
I'm coming on there today.
Oh,
God
okay.
damn
Okay. So
me.
y'all
Let's
got
get
something going
to it.
today then.
Let's
Okay.
get to it. Yeah,
Let's
3
get to it,
shows for
baby.
me
You know,
today,
it's all
man.
one family over here, man.
That's a fact.
Hey, we got one enemy, the books.
That's a fact. I can't stand them motherfuckers either,
Whoa,
boy.
I can't stand them. But to this game, this is going to be a really public game, man. We know everybody's going to be on the Vikings. I don't see how I could go against you. Why would I go against the Vikings when they obviously the better team? The
Facts.
Rams don't have any type of defense. I know they're gonna probably try to fix the game for them tonight because it's gonna be a lot of money, bro, on the Vikings. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to get in early on this one and get out. We're gonna go Vikings money line first quarter -130. Vikings first quarter -0.5 plus 125. Really great value in that. The Rams are 31st ranked scoring in the first quarter, man. They barely score a point. They've been very unsuccessful in their first quarter drives. They have 6 first quarter points for the whole season, man. That's the second fewest in the league. Well, wait, you look on the other side, the Vikings are the best in the league in the first quarter, man. They're averaging 11.3 just in the last 3 games in the first quarter, and they lead the league in scoring in the first quarter. So I think that they'll be able to put some points up, even if just a field goal. And they have a really good long distance field goal kick over there. In the kid that they just signed, the rookie that they brought in, what's that guy's name? Oh man, I can't think of his name right now. But anyway, the kicker, he's a young kid, but anytime they get inside about the 45, which is very obtainable, he'll be able to knock it. And that's for short. That's his name, for short. So I think that they either get a field goal, touchdown, puts us really right where we need to be because we're gonna go with the money line and we're gonna lay the half a point and take the plus money as well. I just think that the Vikings start early. They're going to be upset coming off a really embarrassing performance against Detroit because they didn't show up until late. Detroit pretty much had, hold of that game the whole game if you watched it, So last minute they did make a push at the end, but most of the game they were dominated by the Lions, man. They couldn't get off the field. So we know Brian Flores is a really proud coach. I was telling Ski before the show, we ain't got to ever worry about Brian Flores trying to throw a game. He'll call the FBI on them. If they call him, if they hit Brian Flores, like, hey man, we need you to say some points tonight, man. He wear the wire next week. Bro, Brian Flores is not trying to do everything.
Nah, with that
do
shit.
everything on the up and up, man. So
yeah,
I don't worry about their staff being on how some staffs are, company men. I think early we get a good performance from that defense. So we're gonna go, like I said, with the first quarter on that one. I think that'll be the strongest advantage. And I also think the first half is a good look too. We'll split the first half as well with first half Vikings -1.5, first half Vikings money line. No Cooper Kupp is back, but it might take a little while for him and Stafford to get back in sync. The defense is the problem, man. The defense for the Rams is just bad, man. It's no way getting around it. They're giving up so many yards per game. And I think that maybe Sam Darnold gets right against this team, at least early. Kevin O'Connell always comes out with a really good game plan. Brian Flores always comes out with a really good game plan. That's why they dominated the first quarters in their games. Also, I do like Kyron Williams to score a touchdown. It's kind of juicy at -180, man, but he's looking to become the 4th player in this century to have a double-digit rushing touchdown streak, and that's really important, man. He'd be with Jonathan Taylor, the Damon Thomas, and the Priest Holmes is the only guys to have 10 straight games with a touchdown. I know that McVay keeps up with stuff like that, so they're going to definitely try to get him in the end zone. So take Kyron Williams at -180 to score a touchdown. I really like that one.
Yeah, I remember last year when Chris McCaffrey was scoring on touchdowns, like it would get to like -200, but it was free money though. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes them juice prop shit, they be juice, but as long as they cash, the juice don't matter unless you lose.
Right. That's all that matters. I ain't got no problem laying juice if I'm gonna win. Anything under -200, I do.
Exactly.
Bro, I'll lay 1,000 and win 500 all day on tennis. If I know it's a goal, like, oh, they're gonna smoke them. Yeah,
Bro, the people at the sports book be wondering, why would you bet this and so and so? I'm like, man, don't worry about it. I'm making money. Like it's not gonna make sense to you. You see what I'm saying? you sitting here behind the counter, like you're
And
not
you know
gonna
the boys that
understand
work
it.
at the book, they the worst degenerates of them all. Every
That's
dude
a
that work
fact.
behind the book, man,
Yeah.
bet like every day, and they bet like 20 team parlays and put like $20 on them. All
That's
of
a
them
fact.
dudes do that, man.
Yep.
They be
I'm
straight
already knowing.
degenerate. Yeah.
Yep. I'm trying to get them out of that though, man. I tell them, man, look, y'all trying to bust these boys over the head. Remember, I don't like the bookies. I'm trying
Right.
to tell them, man, look, we trying to win here, man. So, but we're gonna get them right though. We're gonna get them
Yeah,
right. But so
we just got to keep giving them this good information,
facts.
man. And through it all, we try to always teach you guys how we approach betting as well. You know what, Jay, man, you're gonna talk off. I've been thinking about doing like a little master class, and maybe even sending it to the casinos about how to prevent degeneracy, how to not be addicted to gambling, how to approach it the
Yeah,
right way, so that you
I'm
can
with
do
that.
like we all have done and be successful with it, man. Instead of geeking, man. You don't want to
Yeah.
become a geek on this, man.
Me, you, and Ski put something together or something.
Yeah,
I'm
for
with
sure.
that. Yeah, we're gonna holler about that for sure. But for this game, you like in Vikings in the first quarter, Vikings first half, and Kyron Williams to turn to get a touchdown. No one.
Yeah, but tell them
I
to
like.
make sure that they split it. Lay the points first half as well on the minus
Yeah.
1.5, and also lay the minus a half first quarter, because that plus 125 look real juicy.
Bet.
Yeah.
Gotta try to take advantage of that plus money there. Let's go
Yeah.
over to your streets of H-Town now. So that's 3 picks on one game for that Thursday night game for us
Yeah.
tonight, guys. Let's go over
Really
to the
five.
streets of
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, because
Yeah.
money line and the
Yeah.
spread as well. Yep. Split that unit up. Let's go over here to H-Town in this one, man. Your city, Texans
Yeah.
laying 5
Yeah.
versus the Colts in this one. This line has come down as well. I think it was at like 6.5, 6.5, 7 as well. So it's coming down. We know the Texans beat the Colts in the first game of the season. It was a struggle as well over there in Indianapolis. This is in theory a revenge spot for the Colts within the division as well. But I just feel like this is a bounce back spot for the Texans in this one. They are coming off a tough loss though, 5-star. What do you think about this game? Obviously, we know the point spread is in with room where they could kind of play around with it. Texans win, but don't cover. But I think the Texans take care of them once again here, at least you know what I'm saying, on the money line, add them a little money line parlay. But what do you think about this game? Do you think CJ Stroud and the boys come to play in this one?
Yeah, see, this is one of those situations that you said I'd have to lean the money line of Texas. I don't think they lose the game. I don't think they're in jeopardy of losing it, but some type of way they might end up not covering it. You know that,
like week 1
became a company man.
Like week 1 where they did that
he
fluky
getting
shit.
at it early, man. He might get a ring about 2-3 years at the pace he on, man. So the city won't be mad at him, because all they gonna remember is that parade. But dog, I just can't lay the points with my guys right here, even though it makes all the sense in the world with the performance last week. CJ Stroud, man, he only threw for 80 yards last week, something like that, 86 yards, I want to say. Terrible performance. Offensive line is garbage. I was saying on my show yesterday, that they need to go get the dude Scarnecchia. They say like 80 years old that used to work with Bill Belichick. They need to do something, because I know that the GM for the Texans has a lot of Patriots connection, man. Go find him, because that offensive line is horrible for the Texans, man. I've never seen so many blitzes just wide open from defenses in the NFL where the offensive line doesn't get it together during the game at all, man. They were just allowing CJ to get smacked, and that's why he couldn't ever get comfortable in the pocket. Also, not a really good job by D'Amico Ryans at the end of that game with time management and everything as well. But I think they learned from that this week, and they love to beat up on Anthony Richardson. He's not the type of quarterback that's going to give the Texans really any problems. He's a 48.5% completion percentage, bro. That's like the lowest through the first 7 games since 2013 for a starting quarterback, man. And also, the Colts are allowing pressure of 27.9% on the drop back. So they're allowing him to throw. This is what it's telling me. Teams don't even want to blitz. They're going to let him throw.
Please throw it.
It's the third lowest pressure rate in the league allowed by the Colts. They want him to throw it. So I think the Texans bait him the same type of way that the other teams have as well. And like I said, this just has to be a bounce back situation for CJ and that offense. As long as Joe Mixon is playing, the Texans are always in a good position, man, because he's a really good running back. He dominates teams on the ground. He also picks up the pass protection really well, and he also can catch. They're missing Nico. I don't know if Tank Dell will ever be who he was before. Was that just a flash, and now we're back to who he really going to be, or has he lost his confidence? But they're going to need him to step up big time for them to get this one done. But this is for first place, so I think the Texans do get it done. I'm not playing this game. Like you said, I would play it money line only.
Parlay it with something else. Yeah. I
Yeah.
lean the Texans there, but y'all know how the NFL is, man. This point spread range, you never know what the hell could happen,
The
man.
Colts
And
9-2 against the spread, Jay, on their
yeah,
last 11 road games when it's
shit.
a point
It's
total north of 45 points. The total is 45 points, so that's pretty good.
It's even down to 4.5 at circa as well. So a lot of the money on the Texans. You do have reverse line moving on this one. Maybe they win the game by 3. That's why we like talk about, because like it could be a perfect game where they win, but not necessarily cover the spread. So my guy Lee in the chat, like in Colts plus the 6, he say that's the only way it can look, and he say he's gonna put it in a teaser as well. So can't talk you off there, but I'm with you, Foster. I'd be surprised if the Texans lost this game, man. But
Yeah,
let's go over here to LA once again here. Chargers laying 7.5 here. Versus the Saints, man. Man, the Saints, they ain't looking too good, man. I wonder what they're gonna do. Don't they play in the same arena? Oh no, that's Thursday and then
yeah,
Sunday. Yeah, I'm
Thursday
tripping.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saints. What we doing, man? What we we taking the Saints here or what?
The one good thing about knowing your team, this is the thing about being a sports bettor. Sports betting
Yep.
is just like any other business, man. You have to be cold-hearted. You can't involve emotions in it. You have to use what you know about something that you like to your advantage. So, yeah, I like the Saints. I like the Astros. But if they're playing certain teams that I know that they don't do well against, from being a fan of those teams, I know what the results are going to be. And the Saints, man, long as Dennis Allen is over that team, I told you, they're my second team. The Texans shot to them one the moment they got C.J. Stroud over there and D'Amico Ryans, because it shows me that your front office cares about winning. It shows me that that your front office is really thinking about a Super Bowl. I can't take the Saints serious, man. How can I take the Saints serious when you go pick up Derek Carr and pay him? Like you got wimps leading the team. You can't allow. Bro, have you ever seen Dennis Allen walk in the stadium? They got a gym for him walking in the stadium. He walked the stadium like a bad bitch. He be twisting, had his little bag with him. I'm like, man, come on, man. And
little cross bag and shit.
that gets the nepotism, Jay. You know why Dennis Allen was able to be the youngest coach ever in NFL history at 31 years old? Because everybody loved his daddy. His daddy was a coach.
Yeah.
And people talking shit about LeBron breaking in Bron after he gave him 22 years to the NBA, made him billions. One spot, they do this every day. This been going on. But now when another type of people have that power to do the same thing, now it's a problem. It's the worst thing that ever happened. Michelle Beadle got the nerve to say something about it when her daddy got her in the door with the Spurs so that she could get on TV.
Yeah.
But it's just, it comes from a bad place. But my point is Dennis Allen sucked, and he's only in there because his dad put him in the NFL, and he stayed around because of the people that he knows. And the Saints are going to be a fave for me. As a person who followed them and liked them as a team, I know what they're on right now, and it's not the right thing, bro. They worried about the wrong things. They're doing favors for each other instead of worrying about winning football games. So with that said, we're going to take advantage of it. Jim Harbaugh is a really good coach off a loss. He's going to have these guys ready to play. San Diego took a tough loss at Arizona on Monday Night Football. The Saints haven't scored in the first quarter in their last 3 games. So I'm going to take the Chargers. The Chargers are 4th in the league in the last 3 games, scoring in the first quarter, 5th overall for the whole year. They average about a touchdown a game because Harbaugh usually comes out with a really good plan. I think that Justin Herbert gets it done. And they would have scored, 13 points in the first quarter, against the Cardinals if Jalen Reagor doesn't do that boneheaded play and fumble the ball out the end zone. So they always come out with a really good plan. They're using Will Dissly well. I just think the Saints right now are a mess. So early, I don't think they'll be prepared at all. They're going to have a bad quarterback playing, whether it's Spencer Rattler, who just hasn't had enough snaps going against a really ferocious Chargers defense, or if it's Jake Hayne. Either one of them, I don't see them putting up any points early. They're going to have to adjust, man. They're kids, so they're going to be scared when the game first starts. They're going to have jitters. Whereas in Herbert, he's used to playing football. They do this every week. They've been doing it a long time. So I'm going first quarter with the Chargers minus 2.5. And I also like the Chargers for the game, actually. I'll buy half a point and take it to a -7. But I don't see the Saints competing this year, man.
Yeah, no, I looked at him on the sideline. I looked at the coach. He kind of had that look on his face that he know he might be done, and no one on the team like respected what he was saying. They were kind of just over the whole situation. So that's something that I saw myself saying like, all right, this team is pretty close to giving up on the season. I mean, they had a they had pretty much given up on the season. They had a perfect start to 2 games. Everybody thought they was possibly going to the Super Bowl. Ever since then, it's been all bad, man.
I
Ever since
looked to
they
the under too, Jay, on this game.
yeah,
And the reason
Chargers
why,
played toward the under. They
you know me, I don't really play a lot of totals, but just a suggestion to the chat, just some stats that I have. The Saints have uh, 13 of their last 14 games that they played on extended rest, man. They went under on if the total's been around 43 and a half like this one. Also, you have to look at the fact that 7 of Justin Herbert's last 8 home starts are finished under the total.
okay. Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense too. The Chargers been playing some good defense. Harbaugh's been focusing on running the ball. That's a lot of the clock run as well. And like you say, the Saints, I mean, they losing weapons left and right, and they really can't score as well, man. So, but we'll see what the defense do because their defense damn near gave up too. They just like, fuck it, I'm not getting injured for this shit.
Yeah, you can only hold it so long, man, until you get frustrated. And they got older guys on defense too, bro. Like
Exactly. Yeah, I
they
saw
don't
Cam
have any
Jordan.
youngsters who just try to play for a contract. Everybody
Yeah,
paid on defense for the
yeah.
Saints, man.
Cam Jordan was just looking like he was just, oh, he was like, man, y'all need to get me the fuck up out of here,
Yeah, they
man.
need to
But
trade him. Give him a chance
yeah,
to win a Super Bowl. Him, Demario Davis,
yeah,
Matthew could chill because he back at home in Louisiana. He went and got one with KC,
yeah.
so yeah, all right. But them two there, man, they put in a lot of work in the NFL. They deserve a shot at a good team, man. I hope they trade Cam Jordan.
That's a fact. So my guy liking Chargers in the first quarter, and he also say even for the full game, buy it down to the 7. They probably smack the Saints up here. Also, a lean to the under 40.5 points in this one, man. Let's
Yeah.
talk about one more football game real quick. Niners, go over here, Sunday Night Football. We're going to San Francisco. Niners, land 4 at the house versus the Cowboys. Cowboys coming off a bye week. They have not looked good. They're coming off getting absolutely smacked. But you have the Niners here that's coming off a game where they got smacked versus the Chiefs, and they're losing guys left and right, man. I'm talking about obviously C-Mac is still out. Then you lose Ayuk as well, and then you lose then Debo Samuel is most likely not playing this game. Man, if he went to the hospital for pneumonia, it's really hard for me to see him coming back in this game. Kittle's banged up. They down to their third string kicker. The 49ers looking like somewhat of a different team this year, but obviously the Cowboys, they're damn near about to give you might wonder if they've given up as well, man. So which one of these teams you think could possibly get it done, 5-star? I know you don't have a play on this game, but you got the walking wounded here versus and then the Cowboys, that shit, they players not hurt. They just playing like ass.
Man, the Cowboys had the worst run defense in the league by
Fact.
expected play average, point average in the season, man. It like their EPA is the worst in the league. So you got that going. They're 31st in points allowed. They're 31st in red zone defense. But then on the other side of the field, I don't like Brock Purdy. You know that. Like I don't think he's a good quarterback. I thought that he benefited from the weapons around him and the play calling by Shanahan that highlighted his strengths. Now, don't get me wrong. Brock Purdy was really good at Iowa State, but that's college. He's never had a strong arm, man. He's just a guy that he's smart, so he hits guys on time and is able to create a lot of yard after the catch because he understands how to hit guys in rhythm and where, to go with the ball pre-snap. This guy threw 17 passes on Sunday to Debo Samuel, Ayuk, and Juwan Jennings.
Yeah.
The man had only 14 career pass attempts without his top receivers before that. So now he's going into a game where he doesn't have Debo or Ayuk, and he's had them every game he's played his career. Is Juwan Jennings playing? I don't think he's playing.
I think he messed up too, bro. I think he
He out
banged
for the
up. I don't know
season,
if it's running thin over there, bro.
I think that they don't have anyone but the kids. Jacob Cowan from Arizona going to be at the wide out, and the other kid from Florida that got shot.
Yeah.
So they're going to have them, and then Kittle is questionable, but I'm sure he'll play because they're going to need him. This just is an ugly game overall. But you have to think that with Shanahan's coaching, he probably will be able to beat, the guy on the other side of the field because we've seen that his players are kind of like mailing it in. They've had some really bad performances. Now you look at this Saints team and you think about how the Saints handled them. That's kind of embarrassing, man.
Thanks.
So This was going to be tough because you're dealing with two quarterbacks out on respect. I do think that Dak is better than Brock Purdy, but I mean, maybe he's going to start using Tober. Tober looked good in the last couple of games. He's nicked up too, though. But they have to find someone outside of CeeDee Lamb. It can't be just CeeDee Lamb, all the time. Just a funky game to me.
It is.
Because you can't say the under on it because look how bad the Cowboys defense is being. So I don't know, man. They say that Michael Parsons might be back this week. I don't know if the game's passed Mike Zimmer by the defense coordinator for the Cowboys, man. But I definitely won't be playing anything on this game. I probably don't even watch this game, honestly.
Yeah.
Sunday night I'll be to work for 2 days straight. Sunday night I might just take baby to the movies or something.
Rather than watch this.
Man, I ain't watching this.
Yeah, Sunday Night Football, man. Man, the way these favorites been covering like crazy, I'm gonna be looking towards some dogs this week, man. Obviously, NBA started. I don't really care about football, but I might have some money on the Cowboys in this game, man.
You think you like Cowboys in this spot?
Yeah, this would be like the last spot for them. Obviously, I mean, if they give up in this one, well, I mean, I haven't been betting them. I'm just saying this is their last chance right here. Yeah. I still say I'm wanting to believe that it's still early in the season and anything can fucking happen. We've seen teams will have a bad start, then reel off 7-8 wins. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that's gonna happen with the Cowboys. I'm just saying it's not totally over. So this is the game. If they lose this one, obviously it's done. But coming off a bye week, hearing everybody call them soft, seeing all the talking heads on ESPN shit talking about them, I think this could be at least one spot where they could come through, especially with the Niners and Purdy missing all his weapons. So we're gonna see how good he is on Sunday night.
I could agree. I could get with you on that side, Jay. I'd probably lean with you if
his weapons gone.
Side with the Cowboys. With his weapons gone, because Purdy, he's not what he thinks he is, man. He's gonna have a lot of turnovers, man, because he's horrible at making window throws. He really lacks arm strength, man. He has a really weak arm. And another stat that'll go on your side, Jay, since the beginning of last year, the Cowboys are 5-0 against the spread on extended rest. So let's see if they get it together during that downtime that they've had.
Yeah, it's just one of those type of spots where I feel like mentally, if you don't lock in this spot, like you don't need to be playing football anymore. You see what I'm saying? Everybody talking shit about y'all coming off a blowout loss. So we'll see what happens. But them getting points in this one, like where they don't even have to win the game. So I'm saying, well, I think that they do win, to be honest with you. But that +4 is calling my name one last time for the one time, man. Let's talk.
That got to be your home squad, right?
No, I don't have I don't really have a favorite team. No,
okay. I
didn't grow up a Cowboys fan. Yeah, I was born in Arkansas, then went to Dallas. My mom was a big Cowboys fan. My son loves them, but I'm not a big fan of Jerry Jones. I think he runs the team like a slave owner, man. But that's a whole different conversation. You know what I'm saying? But let's get to where the money is, man. To college. You feel me? Where's it? That's the money maker for you, baby. What we doing?
Man, we're going to ride with those Indiana Hoosiers. First half -3.5 against Washington. Indiana just is a steamroller right now. I know it's going to be a lot of money on them. That's why we're going to cut the game in half so we can take away the jank at the end. I think that the first half, Indiana's just going to be too good for them. Indiana's 5th in the country in points per play, the 2nd in points per game. Just a really great system over there by Curt Cignetti. Last week you saw we cast easy with him, man. Right now, you could bet 3 teams almost every week, in my opinion, in college football. And Indiana's one. I also like Army and I also like Navy because what they're doing. So that kind of leads to the second game. So my official play is going to be Indiana -3.5. Washington Huskies, they're a couple years away. They have the right coach in place over there, Jed Fish. They don't have the right quarterback. I don't like Will Rogers at all. I don't think he'll be able to shoot with Curtis Rourke, not for the first half, So give me
Rourke is out.
He's out?
Yeah, he's out. Yeah. Who they back up? Who's the backup quarterback?
I don't even know. It don't even matter, though. It don't even matter.
He say them boys that much better. Yeah, they're going to run the ball.
Run the ball on them then. I did not know Rourke. I didn't know Rourke was out, though.
He's out. No, he's out. I think they announced that like on Monday or something. He got injured. He got injured in that last game versus Nebraska. Yeah, I think he might be out like 2 to 4 weeks or something like that.
2 to 4 weeks. Let me just see who the quarterback is real quick. But I'm telling you, it really doesn't matter, even though if he doesn't, because I like Cignetti's playbook that good. I like the what defense as well. They're allowing now less than 11 points per game, and I know that Washington is not going to be able to move the ball in them. So with 3.5, all we need is a touchdown and a field goal. So I know that they'll be able to move the ball just off their running backs alone, because Indiana has some really good running backs. But they got Taven Jackson as their backup. He's good, so they're good. Taven Jackson will be able, where they're going to switch up probably now. They might not throw as much, maybe more read option and stuff like that, but he's one of those type of quarterbacks who can get it done with his legs. And, you know, the way that their offense is well, they'll be able to get some right open on some one-on-ones on the outside and make it happen. I appreciate that information, but that doesn't change anything for me. I'm still on Indiana first half minus 3.5.
You know how it is. Sometimes when the quarterback out, you get all the money on the other side. So I don't think necessarily all the money going to be on Indiana here, because everybody's seeing that he out and they're going to take Washington in this. So I see all the sharps taking the Washington in this one, man. So you should be good there as far as worrying about like what the money on in this particular spot. Yeah, Indiana been a wagon. I'm not betting against them. I'll tell you that. Who was the other one you say you like? Navy?
We like Navy. Navy leads college football in points per play. We're going to cut the game in half. We're going to go first half Navy +7. Because Navy has really been coming out hot in these games. Them and Army, man, are really setting up a really good Army-Navy game at the end of the year, man. You know, it's going to be a really, really good game that people finally are going to have, like, two really competitive teams. Usually it's one of them suck, the other one's, good, or it's never both of them like how they are this year. Notre Dame's been good, man. They're 9-1 against the spread. 8-2 against the spread, 9-1 in the last 10. But I just still don't think that Riley Leonard is this awesome quarterback like everyone else does. I don't really believe in him like that. I think the Navy will be able to put some points up in this game against Notre Dame early, whereas in Notre Dame's offense, if they can't run the ball, it's over with. Navy, don't get me wrong, they run the ball, but they run the ball in a different method than people are used to dealing with. That option wears on you, man. Like, you get tired of having to defend it over and over, and they have so many different derivatives they've created off of it this year that opens up their passing game for really easy chunk plays that I think that they'll be able to put up some points. And this is going to be a huge game to Navy. They're 5-1 against the spread this year. This is going to be a huge game for them, man, in Annapolis. Like, this is a big rivalry going back many years. From the old school days, and now Navy's undefeated, man. And they're going to be at home trying to defend their home field. So I like Navy to start out early. And once again, I think the Notre Dame kind of struggles on offense early. Maybe second half they take control of the game because they have better athletes all over the field. But early, I do like Navy first half +7.
I like it. Yeah, you're attacking them first half line. You say, man, I ain't messing with that full game. You know what I'm saying? I dig that. Get in and get out like hot potato. Is that it on college, or you got one more?
Yep, that's it for today on college, man. But I'll run back to everybody, my official plays.
Yeah. Let's break it down. Yeah, I got to do this this NBA show, man. Y'all know how we do. I got my guy. Yeah. So let's get out of here, man. Recap the plays for us if you don't mind.
All right, guys, we're going with the Vikings first quarter money line at -130. Vikings first quarter -0.5 at +125. Vikings first half -1.5. Vikings money line game -145. Kyron Williams to score a touchdown at -180. We also want to go with the Bengals first quarter money line against the Eagles. I want to say that one is -125, I believe. Eagles haven't scored in the first quarter all season, guys. So I like the Bengals in that spot. They're averaging about a touchdown in their last 3 games in the first quarter. So add that one as well, Bengals first quarter money line. We also took the Chargers first quarter -2.5. Saints, I don't see them scoring many points, and I like the way the Chargers have been starting. And also they're coming off a loss, so I expect a really fast, strong start from that team. Indiana first half -3.5. Jay gave me some new news about that my guy Rourke isn't playing. It does affect the passing game somewhat, but I believe that they had horses on the ground. They have 3 or 4 running backs over there that are really good running backs for Indiana. I don't think that Washington is able to score any points on this Indiana defense in the first half, maybe 3 points. So give me Indiana first half -3.5. And then lastly, we're going to go with Navy first half +7. I gave you guys a plethora of plays. Let's cash them out, man.
Yeah, that's some solid looks there, man. It's about 9, 10 plays from our guy 5-star, man. So y'all shout out to him, man. Come back, holler us in the chat, all that good stuff. Make sure y'all follow them on Twitter at 5-star in Vegas. That's you got to spell out the 5,
That's right.
FIVE. You know what I'm saying? So go follow him right now on Twitter, man. You will appreciate him every single week for bringing us the info. I always have some games that I want to ask him about. He always bring us the college bangers. Been going absolutely crazy every Thursday, man. So let's try to get some cash. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, man. Y'all know it's us against the bookies. We're trying to smash them every single time, man. Like my guy said, it's us versus machine. Go download the Action Network app as well, man. It's all free. It's a ton of different podcasts, write-ups, all type of stuff that you can track your plays, all that type of stuff, man, and see experts picks as well, man. It's all love. Hope y'all have a great day. Let's get this cash, baby. We out.
Baby.